The lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and there's going to be a whole total different vibration.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice in thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us.
Because the Lord is going to restore everything. You're going to have a total different vibration on the earth, a total different smell. You're not going to be walking down the street and smell shit and piss, and no foul odors or nothing like that, because the lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and there's going to be a whole total different vibration. You're going to see the aura and how things are going to change and how elevated things are going to be. Our senses are going to be heightened. Everything about us is going to be glorified.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice in thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, and what I want to get into today, is respond to a live stream where the live camp, done by the beloved elder brothers out of Dallas. All right, and towards the end of the camp, the last 10 minutes, all right, the elder brother Ariala, went into the mindset, going into these time, having a tunnel vision towards salvation. Okay, because we're coming into a great transition. Okay, and what we've been, blessed with is a grace period to prepare for this transition. All right, and a lot of people around us, their minds are prepared for what the Lord is doing. They don't even understand, okay, what the Lord is doing. Okay, they can't even fathom, okay, what Yahweh Bashem Al Shah is doing in the earth. The scriptures speak about what the mysteries of the kingdom. Okay, matter of fact, let's start out with that. We get that often, but let's get that. Okay, let's go to Matthew 13. Because this is the difference. Okay, let's go here. All right, this is the difference between, the 1/3 and the 2/3 is the 1/3 has been given, the blessing of understanding the mysteries. All right, and as we know, the elect are receiving, and the rest were blinded. All right, so it's not on us to make people get it. Okay, and it's not even on us to worry about what happens. We're going to go through these things through the scriptures. The brother's going to expound on. He's going to go into a few things, and Lord we will expound on it in spirit. So Matthew 13:9 said, "Who have ears to hear, let them hear." Okay, and everyone doesn't have ears to hear. Okay, when you hear who have ears to hear, let them hear. That's speaking to the hopeful elect. All right, those predestined, to understand. Those predestined to have faith. All right, to have the fear of the Lord. The scriptures say, the fear of the Lord, okay, is born. Is in the faithful from the womb. There's something that's in, okay, the elect from the womb, and the hearing of His word draws out their fear, draws out their faith. And everyone doesn't have it. So we're coming to a time as this kingdom is getting ready to transition. Okay, it's going to create a reaction from our people that don't believe. Whether it's your uncle, your cousin, all right, your father, mother, brother, sister, best friend, favorite co-worker, whatever. Okay, it's going to draw a reaction out of them. Okay, because they're going to be offended at this kingdom, all right, going down. Okay, but this is our joy. You see? So there's going to be an offense in the earth, all right, during this transition. Okay, mixed in with Esau's propaganda. Okay, prepare to be public enemy number one, even by those that you never thought, okay, will look at you in a certain way. Well, you're going to be their problem. You're going to be their biggest problem, because Esau with his media, we know that this devil, all right, he knows how to manipulate the masses, to think in a certain way. Okay, and he's going to make us the target of propaganda, okay, on a whole nother level. Plus, the way that the devil has AI. Okay, so prepare to be hated on another level. All right, and Yahweh Shah warned us of these things, so none of these things will be a surprise to us, be a shock to us, man. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So the majority of our people, it was not given. And it doesn't matter, okay, about the relation. You see, and that's another thing of being spiritual. We gotta see beyond, all right, the relations, okay, of our current situation. Okay, your parents are your parents in this current situation. Your brother is your brother in this current situation. This ain't immortal. This is a temporal setup. Okay, you guys see everything spiritual, and the Lord is finna judge spirits. Okay, before they was our relatives in this life, all right, they spirits that belong to the Most High. Okay, and everybody here for judgment, whether good or bad. Everybody here is for a reward, whether good or bad. Okay, and it is what it is. This is the Most High. You got to do and see, as we're going to be in the midst of this judgment, we're going to be tested to see if we trust the Most High and His will. The way He finna jack up Jake. Okay, the way He finna do people, around us, and people that, certain people that raised us and, took care of us. And, the way that the Lord finna do things, man, we're finna be tested to see if we trust, all right, that He is. Okay, and that's why this grace period was for us to get to a level of spiritual maturity, man. Okay, and being, overly concerned with people that don't believe can be a hindrance, okay, in the times that we're coming into. Okay, and those brothers are going to address, some of those things. So let's go here. Let's pull this up. Then we'll get some more precepts. So let's go here to the camp video. All right. So I'm gonna play two parts. I'm gonna play this first part, then we're gonna, because he said something that made a lot of sense. So we're gonna, it's two parts of it. About 3-4 minutes all together. But we're gonna play it. Then we're gonna expound on it in spirit. Al Baratazah.
And it was just like, hey man, good seeing y'all. See y'all next year. Bye. You know, through. Everybody's through in this society, man. If you don't know about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you through.
You
through.
Kind of out there.
Your family, all that, bros, man. If there's something that holds you back, I pray you can get over it.
Cause that's I'm just not around mine.
I pray you can get over it. If they ain't in this truth, bro, they through.
I'm glad I ain't got to see none of them.
They through.
And he made the point, you know, if you're not into Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, you're through. You know, because we at the point now, if you ain't on, you know, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, if you ain't on the wave of Yahweh Shai, you out of there. What are you doing? You see, if you're an Israelite and you're not on Yahweh Shai at this point in the game, then you're out of there, man. You're through. You're all over the place, man. Okay, you don't know what's going on. You don't understand, you know, you're a spiritual war. You don't understand the transition that's happening in real time. All right, you don't understand how Esau is getting ready to roll. Okay, you don't understand, you know, the Third World War. You don't understand that there's a righteous kingdom to come. You're not on anything. If you're not on Yahweh Shai, you're not on anything, man. Okay? Our people that's billionaires and hundreds of millions and Hall of Fame athletes and world champions and this and that and that shit don't matter, man. If you ain't on Yahweh Shai, you are not on nothing. Okay? You're on nothing, man. You see, this is the only thing that matters now is Yahweh Shai. We in the time of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And as Israelites, you see, we've been given, okay, this grace period to come back to good standards with our power. Okay? So the only thing that's going to matter when this place collapses is who the Lord has mercy on, who the Lord has favor on. That's the only thing that's going to matter. Okay? You see, so he made the point, like, look, if you ain't on Yahweh Shai, you ain't on nothing. Okay? And I want to jump up again. Okay? About the 2 minutes, about 1:59, I believe. About right here. Let's play this.
He even get it before the Northern Kingdom?
Absolutely not.
Y'all niggas are crazy, man.
So this conversation that Angel is having with Ezra, he's trying to let you know, hey, bro, many great miseries is about to come. Right? Get your mind right. You know, go ahead, champ.
Verse 51, it says, but understand thou for thyself, where myself, and seek out of the glory for such as be like thee. That's what I was quoting. The scripture say you're supposed to be worried about the people that's on the vibration you on. They ain't gonna make, they don't got a shot in hell. The scripture say the righteous gonna make them by the skin of their teeth. Was that verse Peter 4:17? So scarcely be saved. So no, we don't got time to be worried about Uncle Ray Ray at the cookout. He ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. If you still have a worldly mindset, that will hang you up. A little bit of a worldly mindset. You can say you're in the truth and you but you still be worried about your immediate family, your uncles, your aunties, your sisters, your brothers. You got to get out of that sentiment. You know, you got to understand life and death in the way that the Heavenly Father, the angels look at life and death, man. These people dying and getting killed and going to the spirit world, that's a finality that needs to happen. And it's not even a finality. It's a transition. Don't trip on the people that ain't meant to be elect. Let them go. Let them be put out their misery, man. Bro, personally, when my mom passed away, that shit hurt my goddamn feelings. I love my mama. She had to go, though. When you understand it. You gonna have people that like that you love in this world, bro. And that's it. It's just this world. This world is passing away. Don't let your attachments to this world fuck you up. Don't. Get your mind right. Be sober-minded. I'm telling you, brothers, man. Shit's about to get bad. Don't let all the fucking bullshit that's about to happen fuck you up, man. because you didn't lock in. You was just like, oh, I'm an Israelite and all this. No, man. The Most High doesn't fuck with this world like that. He don't. And if your mind is too attached to what you got here, what you got going on here, you're not going to be prepared for how the Most High brutally beats this world down and the people in it. Okay? I want to keep, I've been saying that message for a little bit, but I'm stamping on it.
So let's expound on it. You know, let's expound on it because he said something else too that was heavy. You know, hey, the Most High don't fuck with this world like that, man. You know, this is what we gotta understand. This world and the people in the Most High don't fuck with this world like that, man. And he's pissed at our people, all right, that still have their hope and trust in this society, man. Okay, as the Most High has had his prophets out here for decades, warning, teaching, and telling, being on their watch, man. Okay, and we gotta understand, this the generation that rejected Yahushua. They're back. Them rebellious niggas from the wilderness, they back. Everybody's back, man. Okay, for judgment. The prophets are back for a reward. We have to. That's why I say we have to understand the spiritual narrative that's going on. Okay, all that, you know, your immediate family, and you know, worried about how it's gonna be for them in these times. Look, man, the Lord got us in a position to win. Okay, if He wanted them here, they'll be here. Okay, if they not here, they not much of a concern. Okay, everybody, you know, situation is unique and different, but the general perspective, look, if they not here, okay, they not meant to be here. You see, and you know what that means. We know what that means. Okay, well, they still calling on Jesus and all about these wicked, you know, pagan holidays, and you see, all into this world and trying to, you know. I got an uncle talking about I'm gonna be the first millionaire of the family. You know, like they out of there. Which is cool, you know, you get, but understand the times we in. Okay. I got people, I got cousins talking about generational wealth, and they out of there. All right. they way behind. Okay. So we have to have our mind off of it and on this. You see? Because as the Lord hates this world, man. Yahweh Shemal Shai hates this current society with a deep hatred, man. And he's finna show it through power. He's finna show it through judgment. Gruesome judgment, man. Okay? So let's get this real quick. Let's get this in Isaiah, Psalm 73. Let's get Psalm 73. Okay. Get a few precepts, we got a few definitions. I'll get into, but get in Psalm 73. Okay, jump down to the point. All right, like the Lord, like the earth is in a major rebellion against the Most High, man. Esau finna get ready to wild out, man. Okay, and worry about how it's gonna be for our people that don't believe, man. Hey, we gotta get past it. We gotta already accept that's what it is, man. It's the will of the Lord, and it needs to not only accept it but understand, like the brother said, that's necessary. All right, this phase gotta happen. 2/3 gotta go. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, their relation to us, 2/3 is 2/3. Okay, it says Psalm 73:17. It says, I'm gonna jump to the point. All right, Psalm 73:20 says, "As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image." Okay, and the image that Esau has, all right, raised in the earth. The image of this pagan Roman Empire, this Greco-Roman Empire, which was an anti-Messiah empire. This devil, he raised it back up in the earth. Remember, this was the empire that crucified Yahushua. Okay, they persecuted the believers of Yahushua. All right, they persecuted the Israelites for having faith in Yahushua. This empire, all right, that deadly wound, okay, one of the heads of the dragon, which was the Roman Empire, all right, it has been healed, it has been revived. Okay, Esau has revived the image, okay, a replica of ancient Rome. Okay, and the Lord hates, all right, this Greco-Roman Empire, everything about it. You see, and He's finna judge this place harshly, man. And our people, okay, they have made this their hope. They finna be judged with it. You see, so the Most High hates the image of this place, man, because you go into this word image, okay, and our people they worship this image, man. They live for the beast system, man. Their hope is in the beast system. Okay, our people when they got juiced up, all right, they you know they still go broke celebrating, all right, these wicked holidays, okay, these anti-Messiah holidays, okay, they still vote, they still hoping for some revival of this system that the Lord hates, man. All right, now you go into the Hebrew for images tazalum, okay, and when you go into it, it says image, it says a likeness, okay. So this devil has raised up an empire with the likeness of pagan Rome. All right, the ancient Greco-Roman Empire that was anti-Messiah. All right, remember the harsh, persecution that we suffered under the Greeks and the Romans, man, which are both Edomite empires, man. All right, and this devil has raised it back up. Heathen gods, all the gods of, the Greco-Roman Empire. Okay, they're back and then, today. All right, and they'll worship via technology now. Okay, so going here, let's go to First John, because see, we're getting ready to make a hard stance in righteousness, man, and it's gonna be very offensive to everybody that's on the other side, man. Okay, the stance that we're getting ready to take, the stance that we're taking now, is offensive to this world. Okay, and the Most High, hey, he requires us to take a hard stance, man, regardless of the feelings and the emotions, okay, involved in the situation. No, we gotta, all right, continue to take a hard stance in righteousness, man. And now we're gonna have to do it openly on a whole another level because we're doing it now, okay. But when this devil really pushes his propaganda, we're gonna have to take a stand in righteousness on a whole another level, man. Okay, and worried about how they think and how they feel, and wow, damn, what they gonna do to my auntie? She ain't never did nothing. No, you gotta get out of there, man. Okay, we gotta stand for righteousness, man. How everything else play out, that ain't for us to even, get entangled with that. First John 2:15 said, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, man." And we should have, more of a hatred for this world daily. The Lord is perfecting our hatred in this current age, man. The Lord is really perfecting our hatred for this place, man. On the whole, on a whole another level. Okay, and that's why we love to hear bad news concerning this place. We love to hear wars and rumors of wars, and the devil get closer and closer to, all right, this digital, okay, infrastructure for his MOTB, because we know it's the end for this nigga, man. You see, we welcome these things, man. Okay, and our people, they want this place to continue. They want this anti-Messiah, wicked, all right, perverse, lewd, okay, degenerate. You see, they want this place to continue, man, and that makes them enemies of the Most High. Okay, so if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. There's no way that we can truly love Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and have any type of soft spot for this world. Okay, to want to see this place go on. Okay, there's no way that we can love the Father, all right, His Son, okay, and have any type of love or attachment to this world, man. We're detaching now. In our minds, America should already be destroyed. Okay, judgment. We gotta already see like the Lord finna get busy in the earth, man. Okay, 2/3 finna get their work, man. You see, So there's no way we can have love for the Father and the Son, and Scripture say there's no way we can thirst for righteousness and want to see this place go on and this place continue. Okay, there's no way. Damn, what it means for our relatives, okay, or whatever, man. Hey, we gotta get past it. Okay. Verse 16 said, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of this world, man." Okay, people just, they just love this current situation. They just love this beast system. They all about, just, indulging in this world. You see, they're all about, just taking pictures of everything, selfies and pictures of everywhere they go and everything they eat and this and that. And it's like, no, they just love this current world. Okay? They just love this do as thou wilt system, man. All right? Well, you can just indulge in the flesh. You can, market yourself and you can self-worship and all, They love this beast system. They're worshiping the image of the beast, and they finna openly choose Satan, man. Okay, because ain't no in between. A choice finna have to be made of what side, all right, we stand on, man. Ain't no in between. And a lot of our people, they're getting ready to choose Satan, man. And the Lord, He's gradually showing us, man, what these people getting ready to do. You see this? We shouldn't be surprised. It shouldn't be much surprise, man. Okay. So it says, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he, all right, that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever." Okay, so we tapped into doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we're going to be established forever. We're going to be changed. We're at the doorsteps of immortality. You see, as we speak about how close we are at the end, we're at the doorsteps of immortality, man. Okay. This is where we're a righteous rulership is here. The throne of David's finna be reestablished in the earth forever, man. You see, we've awakened to a purpose, man. Okay? They still talking about college. Like, look, nigga, AI replacing everything, and you still got people right now with children in kindergarten saving the college fund. You see, it's gone. They're behind. Okay, they're in this delusion of some type of continuation here. Okay, they don't see that this earth is fading away, that this age is fading away, because the earth abideth forever, the earth itself. Okay, but this age, this rulership, this era of Esau, Edom, is fading away. Because the closer the devil gets to setting up this AI and the digital system and making the MOTB mandatory, the closer we get to this war, because the war that's it. Once this war jumps off, full blown, okay, when these small hats draw, all right, the least of the flock draw these major powers into this war, man. And that's it. Yahweh Shai finna show up. All right, but they don't see that. They can't see that. And they gonna look at us crazy for even believing in something like that, man. They look at us crazy now. Okay, but that's why we gotta detach now. We gotta separate from this place now. We gotta check out now. All right, that's why when you go here, let's get this in let's get this in 1 Peter, all right, chapter 4. All right, as the beloved elder Brother Ariala said, what you gotta be sober minded. Well, you go to 1 Peter 4:7 said, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, okay, and watch unto prayer. So let's get this word, okay, sober. Let's get this word sober. All right, we're at the end, man. The Lord wrapping this thing up. Okay, we got to be locked into why we're here. We're here for a purpose, man. Okay, our people they operate on a very low frequency, man. Okay, and a major delusion, a major enchantment. All right, so you get this word in the Greek.
Strong's G 4993, Sophroneo.
Sophroneo, all right, to exercise selfish control, to be in one's right mind, all right, understanding what times we in. Okay, our mind should be focused on the Lord's mercy, man, doing the things that are pleasing to our Heavenly Father, which by default is displeasing to this world. You see, this world is offended at how committed we are to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Our people, they're offended at the dedication we have, all right, the love we have for the brotherhood, you know, for the body, for the ministry, man. They're offended at these things, man. Okay? This cold world is offended at the genuine love we have for one another, man. The love we have for the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. They're offended at that, man. Okay? But we got to stay in our right mind. Their offense and their emotions shouldn't sway us either way. All right? It says to curb one's passions, man. We shouldn't be a slave, all right, to the flesh in any way. Okay? We should, you know, be operating in moderation in everything, man. You know, and that's different for, you know, each believer. Okay, well, we should be operating to where we're not a slave to anything. Like there should be nothing that we can't do without. You know, there shouldn't be nothing that we can do without with this world. Okay, you know, we should constantly be shedding this world, all right, and growing into Yahweh Shai. All right, now when you go and get this word watch, all right, so to be sober, okay, and watch. Now you get this word watch, which is
Strong's G 3525. NAFO.
All right, Napho. It said to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. We finna see judgment. Judgment shouldn't shake us like it's finna shake these people. Okay, the way the Lord, you know, He's getting ready to judge on a mass, okay, scale, and we shouldn't be shaking like it's finna shake these people, man. Okay, it's finna be a lot of cousins, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, uncles, aunties that's finna get their work. Okay, and we can't be shaking their spirit. We should look at death completely different. We should have a mature understanding of death, especially what it means for Israel. Okay, and then we have the comfort that the scriptures say, well, all Israel shall be saved. So eventually they're going to come back and they're going to come into the kingdom, okay, where they're in rulership, where their nation is in rulership. Okay, their Savior is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. By the time they come back, the earth is going to be under a righteous setup. You see, we have to have spiritual maturity to understand these things, man. Okay? All right, we shouldn't be in the spirit of damn, or being, you know, heartbroken that, no, man, this is judgment. Okay? And it says to be temperate, okay, to be dispassionate, to be circumspect now, you know, watching. You know, we got to know what's going on. Our people don't have a clue of what's happening in real time. Okay? They don't have a clue of where we at in the game. That's why it's going to be a thief in the night. That's why these things, all right, are going to shake our people to their knees, man, because they have no idea, okay, about the devastation that's ahead, the judgment that's ahead, the civil unrest, the tribulation that's ahead. They have no idea. Okay? Some of my people today, they still tell me right now, oh, that ain't going to happen in our lifetime. Okay. All right, man. Okay. And like I said, I don't, you know, we pass, you know, I don't even engage in certain conversations with most people, man. Okay. We'll see. All right. So let's go to the word dispassionate. All right. What does it mean to be dispassionate? This is the spirit we got to be in. You know, this ain't for the faint-hearted. Dispassionate, it says, not influenced by strong emotion and so able to be rational and impartial. Okay? Not influenced by strong emotion and so able to be rational and impartial, man. So we can't be swayed by emotions where we at. Well, the time we coming into it, the scripture say unemotional. We can't be swayed by emotions in these times. Okay, nonchalant, checked out, emotionless. Okay, unruffled. Okay, composed, self-possessed, man, level-headed. These people from the bug out. We know what got to be done. We know that's why we rehearse these things. We go over these lessons every day. We rehearsing these things. We rehearsing the times to come. We go through prophecy all the time. We're rehearsing for the times to come. Okay, these people are finna bug out. These people finna lose it because their hope is in this. Our hope is in the collapse of this, man. So this is going to be our joy. Okay, they got to figure it out. The grace period, has been established. The warning's been going out. The teaching's been going out. So when this thing hit, they got to figure it out. Whatever they trusted in during this grace period, while they was, ignoring and mocking, and the fact that they was, the fact that we was around them is condemnation within itself, man. They've known what you've been about for, okay, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. They've known what you've been about this whole time. Okay, so now when this thing hit, now it's on them. They got to figure it out. Okay, so we got to be dispassionate, okay, towards this world and everything in it, everyone in it, man. It is what it is at this point. Okay, so going from there, I want to get this precept going into tunnel vision, all right, which is the title of the lesson. Okay, it said tunnel vision. It says a condition in which it's like this the second one, the second one. It says the tendency, okay, it says the tendency to focus exclusively on a single or limited goal or point of view, man. All right, and our single goal is to get on those chariots, man. Because if we make it to those chariots, that's everything. You see, we make it to those chariots, that's everything, man. Okay, we got a single goal in mind, man. As a man, you should want to be a joint heir with Yahushua. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else to be on as an Israelite man but being a joint heir with Yahushua. What else? I would love to hear a response video as an Israelite man. What else is the goal but to be joint heir with Yahushua? Okay, you're a joint heir with Yahushua. Everything else play itself out. Everything else work itself out, man. Okay, so we have this single-minded, okay, tunnel vision. We got to have this single-minded tunnel vision like focus on the goal at hand, on the task at hand. You see? And it's a daily fight. It's a daily fight to stay in the spirit. It's a daily fight, not to get caught up and tangled up in this world. Okay? It's a daily fight, okay, to constantly chip away at that old man and grow in your shots. A daily fight. Okay? So we wake up daily, okay, with one goal in mind, man. Okay, and that's deliverance, salvation. Okay, and we got a tunnel vision for it, man. And let's get a few more precepts. Okay. As Apostle Paul, he, made some heavy points concerning, okay, what mind said to be in. All right, this is the book of Philippians, is it 3? I'm getting the AMP. I wonder what it say in the AMP. I ain't read this one. You might give us some. All right. The AMP be ad-libbing. This Philippians 3. Okay. I started at 7. This in the AMP. It says, but whatever former things were gains to me, as I thought then these once regarded as advancements in merit, I have come to consider as loss. Absolutely worthless, man. And we got to have that mindset that this shit is absolutely worthless, man. Certain things that I used to, they used to get us going. It used to be our drive. It's absolutely worthless, man. You know, the things, you know, when he's in the world, or even first coming into the truth, certain things that had a little meaning to us, man, these things become more and more worthless, man. It's just worthless, man. This is a worthless world. Okay, it's a worthless age, man. Anything that's of this world is worthless, man. Okay, Esau, this is the tackiest, worthless kingdom to ever exist, man. Okay, it says, for the sake of Hamashiach and the purpose which he has given me, man, we got a true purpose. We have an eternal purpose, man. Okay, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, and we're rehearsing being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai now. You know, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, has entrusted us with handling his affairs now. We're on assignment now. You see, the assignment don't start in the kingdom. Okay, the assignment start. That's why Yahweh Shai said, what? The kingdom is within you. Okay, the kingdom is within you. Okay, so this the kingdom now. You know, we on our purpose now, man. This shit or this word ain't our purpose, man. Shit finna be obliterated. Okay, everything that we got going on in this society is finna be obliterated, man. So we do what we gotta do. You know, we maintain our little situation, man. But being caught up and entangled and having emotions about this shit, and you know, just stressing out about this and worried about, man, the hell with that, man. Shit worthless. Okay, worthless, man. What we got coming, all this shit is worthless, man. You see, verse 8, it says, but more than that, I count everything as lost compared to the priceless privilege and supreme advantage of knowing Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, my Lord, the extreme, all right, I mean the supreme advantage of knowing Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, man. All we need is the stamp of Yahweh Shai. We good forever, man. Pleasing these people get us nowhere. Even, you know, people around us, and pleasing them gets us nowhere. Okay? No, we want the supreme advantage of knowing Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. We have this advantage right now. This is what we should take advantage of, man. Okay, or tapping into our power, man. Getting back right with our power. Okay, it says, and growing more deeply and thoroughly acquainted with him. Come on, man. Okay, and you can't name nothing else that's worth anything besides that, man. Everything else is worthless, man. I don't care what accolades you got, or, you know. You see, it don't matter what, you know, what type of motion you got going on, or cash flow or revenue. Okay, but does that triumph knowing Yahweh Shai and being a part of what he's getting ready to bring to the earth? Okay, it says, and growing more deeply and thoroughly acquainted with him, a joy unequal, you know, and there's no better feeling than when Yahweh Shai shows that he's dealing, man. You know, there's no greater feeling than when Yahweh Bashim Shai shows that he's pleased with what we got going on, man. You know, because the Lord shows us he's pleased. That's why he shows us particular things, man. You see 144 everywhere. You see, you know, certain, you know, signs. You know, phone going off, man. Certain, you know, some said the phone go like, that's the Lord showing, like, keep going. You know, keep going. You're on the right path, keep going. There's nothing that equals that in this world, man. Okay, not money, not, you know, partying, women, and alcohol, whatever is supposed to be the thing for this world, it don't equal to the Lord showing that he dealing, man. Nothing equal to that. Okay, the Lord showing that he pleased with how we moving, man. Don't nothing equal to that. Don't even begin to equal to that, man. It said, for his sake I have lost everything, and I consider it all garbage so that I may gain Yahweh Shai, man. And that, nothing else to be said, man. I consider it all garbage so that I may gain Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and that's what we on. You know, this is what we on. All right. So that's the point, you know, Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom, call me Ashala, Abba. All right, soon, shalom.